All right, we're going to continue our studying on the book of Jubilees, chapter number 28, verse number 1. If you are going to follow along, download the Sefer to your phone. Please like this video, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can visit us online at www.kns-ministries.org. But we're going to continue our book reading studies on the book of Jubilees. We are getting through this book, and I'm very excited because we're going back through and we're climbing back through those stories that we have been taught in church and we've been taught since we've been in Sunday school. And in the Bible, the 66 books do not give you enough information on what truly actually happened. I don't care if you read it 75,000 times. I have been there. I've studied back and forth. I study to show myself approved every day. And now I can tell you that the Holy Spirit has verified that these books belong there. And if the early church readers read them, why in the world do we not feel like we should have to read them? There's important information there. And the book of Jubilees came before the book of Genesis. And we found that out earlier on when we were reading Jubilees. Moses got the information for Genesis, and the book of Jubilees confirms that. But when he got that information, this happened before that information, because Abraham, Noah, Moses, and all of Abraham, Noah, and everybody else came before Moses. But yet at the end of the day, he got this information and it was taken out to 66. So we're going to pick this back up. Chapter 28, verse 1 says, and he went on his journey. Who was he talking about? Jacob. Jacob left, and just continuing on our last video, Jacob left the area that he was in because he knew that his brother had plans to kill him. Who was his brother? Esau. Why was Esau planning on killing him? Because he was upset that he got the birthright, even though he sold his birthright to him. But the bottom line was, from the beginning, his grandfather Abraham blessed Jacob and not Esau. So from the beginning of time, there's been a battle between Jacob and Esau. And today we're going to find out who exactly is who. That's why I like the book of Jubilees, because it gives you exactly who is who. So and he went on his journey and came to the land of the east, to Laban, the brother of Rebekah. And he was with him and served him for Rachel, his daughter, 1 week. And in the first year of the 3rd week, he said unto him, give me my woman, for whom I have served you 7 years. And Laban said unto Jacob, I will give you your woman. And Laban made a feast and took Leah, his elder daughter, and gave her to Jacob as a woman, and gave her Zilpah as his handmaid for a handmaid. And Jacob did not know, for he thought that she was Rachel. And he went in unto her, and behold, she was Leah. And Jacob was angry with Laban and said unto him, why have you dealt this with me? Did not I serve you for Rachel and not for Leah? Why have you wronged me? Take your daughter, and I will go, for you have done evil to me. For Jacob loved Rachel more than Leah, for Leah's eyes were weak, but her form was very handsome. What does that mean? She was built like a tomboy. But Rachel had beautiful eyes and a beautiful and very handsome form. She probably was built like a brick house. And Laban said to Jacob, it is not so done in our country to give the younger before the elder. So this is why he got Leah first. And it is not right to do this, for this it is ordained and written in the heavenly tablets that no one should give his younger daughter before the elder. But the elder one gives first, and after her the younger, and the man who does so, they set down guilt against him in heaven. And none is righteous that does this thing, for this deed is evil before Yahuwah. And command you, the children of Israel, that they do not do this thing. Let them neither take nor give the younger before they have given the elder, for it is very wicked. Why is this taken out? And Laban said to Jacob, let the 7 days of the feast of this one pass by, and I shall give you Rachel, that you may serve me another 7 years, that you may pasture my sheep as you did in the former week. And on the day when the 7 days of the feast of Leah had passed, Laban gave Rachel to Jacob, that he might serve him another 7 years. And he gave to Rachel Bilhah, the sister of Zilpah, as a handmaid. And he served yet another 7 years for Rachel, for Leah had been giving to him for nothing. And Yahuwah opened the womb of Leah. So even though he was with Leah, and he wanted Rachel. Leah was the only one that was going to have some babies at this point. And she conceived and bore Jacob a son. Here comes the 12 tribes. And he called his name Reuben on the 14th day of the 9th month in the first year of the 3rd week. So all of the sons that Jacob had out of the 12 tribes, all of his sons but Joseph was children from Leah and Jacob, not Rachel and Jacob. But the womb of Rachel was closed, for Yahuwah saw that Leah was hated and Rachel was loved. And again, Jacob went in unto Leah, and she conceived and bore Jacob a second son, and he called his name Simeon on the 21st day of the 10th month in the 3rd day of the week. And again, Jacob went in unto Leah, and she conceived and bore him a third son. He called his name Levi in the new moon of the 1st month in the 6th year of this week. And again, Jacob went in unto her, she conceived and bore him a 4th son. And he called his name Judah on the 15th of the 3rd month in the 1st year of the 4th week. And on account of all this, Rachel envied Leah, for she did not bear. This is why you can't have more than one wife. And she said to Jacob, give me children. And Jacob said, have I withheld from you the fruits of your womb? Have I forsaken you? And when Rachel saw that Leah had borne 4 sons to Jacob, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, she said unto him, go in unto Bilhah. Same thing that Sarah told Abraham to do. Took matters in her own hands. She said to him, go in unto Bilhah, my handmaid, and she will conceive and bear a son unto me. And she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to be his woman. Same thing that Sarah did with Abraham, but we don't hear about this. It's not nowhere. Nobody talks about this. Nobody is not nowhere in the 66 anywhere. And he went in unto her, and she conceived and bore him a son, and he called his name Dan. So I was wrong there. He had Dan came from Bilhah and Jacob on the 9th of the 6th month in the 6th year of the 3rd week. And Jacob went in again unto Bilhah a second time, and she conceived and bore Jacob another son. And Rachel called his name Naphtali. So Naphtali and Dan were descendants of Jacob and Bilhah, the African slave. Same situation that happened earlier on with Isaac and Sarah, Abraham and Sarah, and Hagar. On the 5th of the 7th month in the 2nd year of the 4th week. And when Leah saw that she had become sterile and did not bear, she envied Rachel. And she also gave her handmaid Zilpah to Jacob to be his woman. So she gave him 2 women. And she conceived and bore a son. Leah called his name God on the 12th of the 8th month in the 3rd year of the 4th month. And he went in again unto her, and she conceived and bore him a second son. And Leah called his name Asher. So again, these are people that were not from Rachel and Jacob. It's very important to understand these groups. Joseph came from Rachel and Jacob. Joseph was the reason why we ended up in Egypt. This is why you must know people groups. So she bore him a second son, and Leah called his name Asher on the 2nd of the 11th month in the 5th year of the 4th week. And Jacob went in unto Leah, and she conceived and bore a son, and she called his name Issachar on the 4th of the 5th month in the 4th year of the 4th week, and she gave him to a nurse. And Jacob went in again unto her, and she conceived and bore 2 children, a son and a daughter, and she called the name of the son Zebulun, and the name of the daughter Dinah. You find out what happened with Dinah later. Dinah got raped in the 7th month of the 6th year of the 4th week. And Yahuwah was gracious to Rachel and opened her womb, and she conceived and bore a son, and she called his name Joseph on the new moon on the 4th month in the 6th year in the 4th week. And in the days when Joseph was born, Jacob said to Laban, give me my woman and my sons, and let me go to my father Isaac, and let me make me a house, for I have completed the years in which I have served you for your 2 daughters, and I will go to the house of my father. And Laban said to Jacob, tarry with me for your wages, and pasture my flock for me again, and take your wages. And they agreed with one another that he should give him as his wages those of the lambs and kids which were born black spotted, white, these were to be his wages. And all the sheep brought forth spotted, speckled, and black, variously marked, and they brought forth again lambs like themselves, and all that were spotted were Jacob's, and those which were not were Laban's. And Jacob's possessions multiplied exceedingly, And he possessed oxen, sheep, asses, camels, men servants, maidservants. And Laban and his sons envied Jacob. And Laban took back his sheep from him, and he observed him with evil intent, his own family. This is why you cannot base everything off your own family. Now, here it is. This man worked for him for 7 years, worked for him, got his daughters. They got jealous because of the blessing that came to Jacob from the Most High, and they got angry. Ain't that like so much stuff? So many people today, they get mad because you are blessed. You must understand that if you are blessed, don't let somebody ruin their blessing because your blessing because of them being upset and jealous. That's the way life is. But the reality is the blessing still came to Jacob. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to visit us online, www.kns-ministries.org. Be blessed on